أهلا وسهلا مرحبا بكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Our beautiful mothers and our fathers and our grandparents, the ancestors. This on يوم الجمعة 30/3/1446 Hijri. It is the final day of the Rabi'. It is also the final lecture. This is the final day of my presentation. It is the end of the road for this mission. Okay, many of us don't understand what's happening here. Okay, so when you reach the age of 6 years old, that is your cap that you've reached in your innocence. Okay, from the age of 6 years old now, they start working on your shaitan. This is your shaitan. Okay, this is how they uproot you from your natural senses, and now you are being things are being planted in you that would give you a virtual a virtual edition of what your simulation of reality will entail. Okay, until the age of when you get to 65, 70 years old, some of you even 75, 80, you cannot escape the simulation of the programming for you to at least find a moment that you can establish an out-of-body conscious and elevation, okay, an Isra, which we call it, okay, that you can understand life from a bit different angle, from a different perspective, that you can understand how Jannah work, what is the meaning of life and death, how can you still be alive after your body is dead, okay. Now, in life, yani God Almighty sends you into the university, and it is a chapter of your misery. Okay, it's a miserable chapter if you understand what you are supposed to have, yani accomplished and fulfilled in the university of life. Okay, you could either join the faculty where you end up to be a soldier in the army of Fir'aun, okay, or you can decide to upgrade your levels and get to take control of your destiny and find self-determination. Yeah? So in this last, yani, we have been handling Hajj for 49 years consecutively. Okay, the best in South Africa, the most mastered people in the world, Alhamdulillah, for the purpose of serving the soul tribes. Because remember, we know where we come from. We can give you our lineage, 1400 years of lineage we can give you, because we know who we are. We're not here because we do not know where we come from and where we are going to. No, we know exactly where we come from, and we know why we are here, and we know why we are coming, for what purpose, and how we extract. In the last 4 years, we have now repeat the extraction program. Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Many of us in this last chapter of misery in earth, we have opted for the easy way out. We've opted for the return to normality. We have opted for going in, falling into the lower end of our simulation in Earth. Okay, we have been given the option of upgrading, but you had to, yani, check what the area of challenges were within you. You had to learn. Look, we've been on Hajj, we've been watching, moduling, monitoring, attempting to get that Haji to come to understand that he's giving up his life forever. He's going to find a new life, a new identity, a new vision, a new life, an eternal. He's going to find himself in a conscious realm of eternity. Okay, you could not compromise that, because you must give your life up to God in order to get such a result back from the Hajj. Okay, but since for 2019, since the final in our dispensation, since the rain came down and the trumpet was given blown, yani our Hujjaj, mashallah, tabarakallah, those that were present there, Allahu Akbar, it was due to them that this entire change took place in earth. Really, it's my conviction as a person that has been on Hajj for so many years. I believe that was the end of a cycle in earth, a hukbah. Okay, I witnessed it, and hence we were then followed up immediately with the COVID pandemic, where we had to now prepare and understand where the challenges were of our soul children, our soul pride, our soul tribes. Okay, we had to find the where the hurt, where the sickness, where the disease is coming from. Okay, and we had to find mythologies and formats of how to cure it. Okay, and then we had to make presentation and appeals on behalf of the Soul Tribe with the intervention of the ancestors and the great Ra Soul. Okay, the Ra Soul comes in to remove and to clear يعني clear the new. Okay, it's a nuclear. Okay, that's what the raw soul does, because the soul sees out from the smallest circle that is inside of your eye. Okay, that is regulated on the frequency that you are tuned into via the heavens. Okay, because you're a soul, you're a conscious seeing through your mind after you left your physical ego conscious. Yeah? Then, mashallah, tabarakallah, we had placed all the challenges and submitted it. We have reconciled with our soul tribe. People, we are not doing this for anybody but the soul tribe. Only our tribes, our soul tribes, mothers, children. We can only do it for them. We cannot do it for anybody else. We cannot make money out of it. We cannot make it into a business. We cannot make it into something which is going to give you a status. We have to do it sincerely and sacredly and secretly for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the great mothers of the tribe. Okay. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this is what we call the great cleanup in a civilization, when there is now going to come a dichotomy between the soul tribes and the jinn tribes, which many of us who has lost conscious since COVID and did not reset the alarm, and did not go inwards, did not take the journey inside, internally. Okay, the journey that you needed to reconcile and reconcile with was all inside. Your problems, your diseases, your ailments, your unconsciousness, your Jannah, your Jahannam, it's all inside of you, because nothing exists further than the tip of your fingers. It's all just a simulation, internalized. You and I have just been misled and been decapitated. Okay, that we don't understand the simulation and we think it's real, but we're going to go home with nothing because we came with nothing. So you had to configure this entire reverse system that the conquistadors had made you understand, and the impostors and the economic migrants had made you believe that they know how to manage the life in earth and also drain your energy. Okay, steal your identity and give you information and data about you that is foreign to your entire journey, before, after, and during your earthly expedition. Okay, we had to reconcile with our tribes, the local tribes of the land. Okay, the people who has been here for 1,000,000 years, their mothers has been here, they have been here, and they have a spiritual order in the land. Okay, the land resonates with them and they resonate with the land because they come from the mother earth. They know where the Jannah is. They have just been, in the last era, they have just been, the children and the salaf, and the khalaf had just been, mesmerized because of the influence of the, of the fictional reality and systems. Okay, so one of us had to set the record straight. Okay, some of us had to go and migrate into higher levels of perception and consciousness. Okay, they had to negotiate with the universe, with the Mother Earth, with the fatherland. They had to find the balance so that the red and the white blood cells can again be equal and there not be a deficit that we must be shortchanged in our mother's land, in her Jannah, as we are the legitimate children that has the right of self-determination, self-knowledge, self-revelation, and self-information. We have this right. We know that. We know who we are, people. Okay? So what has happened in this case is that everything happens in the conscious world, not in the unconscious. Most of you and us are residing in a artificial simulation. We believe the things that we see in a digital platform, and that makes us feel that we are real. Okay, you are only real if you are with Allah. If you're with Allah and Allah is with you, then you are real, because then you know what's happening right now. But since you have been given 4 to 5 years to clear the spectrum, to get the nucleus, to get the new lenses, to get the clairvoyance, to come to find out who you are in a conscious self, okay? This was your right of determination. You could have renegotiated the future of your next generations that's coming and it's currently here, the genetics of these children, the way they should live their natural lives, the way they should have a natural experience on earth and not be told how to live through by another nation that seems to claim gods and claim prophets and claim monies and claim oils. These were all simulations that you were taught. It was bandits, it was wise men, it was musketeers. Okay, you had to unfold from that evolution because it's just happening. It's how you perceive it that you see it that way. But if you had cleared the voyance, if you had a nuclear rap, okay, a nuclear alarm, a nuclear designation, you would have not had these lenses and not had these side rifts on you. You would have come clear directly from the heart. Okay? Your minds had to go through a proper wash, a proper إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم. You had to go through a complete overall, new focus, a new life, a new format, a new operational system. You had to get to your new self. There is a new expanded self that is coming in because there's a new baby, there's a new birth, there's a new earth that has been gifted to the universe, people, to the Mother Earth. Okay, this is been in your Quran, but Allah Ta'ala only gives those who are graduates to go to the next stage, the next faculty. Okay. On behalf of our people of the South, the Al Jin tribe, and all our Khalifas and our members, those people that we have for the last 49 years, we have been serving these beautiful souls, and many of them we have buried in Makkah. Sometimes we buried mothers and daughters at the same time. Okay, same week. Buried many fathers in that sacred places, okay, that went on the sacred journeys, took care of them, gave them our last, alhamdulillah, dedicated, gave them our lives. And since we had changed by the will of Allah, and we had been given an exit plan by Allah on COVID, and we could rescript the new chapter of civilization, re-narrate the interpretation of the Quran, okay, not as what the Jinn tribes understand. That is being occupied and invaded, okay. That belongs to other nations. It's not ours. We are soul tribes. We are not Jinn tribes. We understand the Quran from the back end, not from the literal format that you as Jinn tribes and egotistical has been traded and transacted into. Okay, that's theoretical. Okay, you're playing with spells of magical words. No? You still stand today filled with a you still have a conscious after you went to Arafat. You did not find Allah because the interpretation that you have and that you are following, it has been dismantled, people. That cannot work. That's a false narrative. That's a false God. That's not consistent with the soul tribes. Okay. Again, we are not here to rescue or extract a jinn tribe, but we are here to assist our fellow ancestors of our soul tribes. That's our passion. That is where we will always want to be. That is also where we would want to maintain that cycle within the eternal phases of the evolution of life. Allahu Akbar. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we met beautiful souls, we met beautiful people, and we made peace with whoever we had and differences with. There must be differences because nobody is better than the other. We must accept each other for being different. Yes. There's been those who had been out to hurt, to defend and save and shield themselves only selfishly, okay, protecting self-interest, and we wish them well. We wish them well. We are not here to ask for retributions. Whatever the universe has set out for you, may you enjoy it, inshallah. We, on the other hand, alhamdulillah, we have many projects. We have retirement villages, alhamdulillah, gifted from the heavens people, but to take care of our khalifas, our own. We are not going to be a capitalist system and a secularist system. We are soul tribes, and we understand the Quran in her original form, not as to how you have interpreted or been told how it is interpreted. Most of the interpretation you are sitting with has been hacked, people. That's why you don't understand who you are and what you are doing on earth. Okay? But you are in the stage of, inshallah ta'ala, one day when you wake up, and you will find all the different faculties that we have serviced and that we are going to be servicing in most of the fields of that the soul tribes are going to be needing and requiring along their journey as they wake up in conscious. Okay, when you are fully awoken, then you will realize that death is life. Okay, you are still dead, you must still wake up. Okay, so we are planting those lamb lights, those road lights, to keep the soul tribes that is still coming, the 7 generations, to keep them alarmed. So the academic syllabus, there's going to be there is a new complete approach to life, people. This is a new earth. It's a new application. You are reborn, as what you are when you come from Hajj. How are you going to live without riba? How are you going to make that child realize that that child is gifts from God and is operating in his own wisdom and in his own self? And how do you get that child to learn and activate the self, the nafs? Okay, let that child understand that he's natural and that nature talks through him, and that he has natural abilities and natural, he has natural significance. Okay, he is the most important person in his life. He is the most beautiful person in his life. He is the greatest gift. He is the greatest miracle. You have to bring that back to your individual children so that they can understand who they are. Okay, that they can explore the miracles that is endless, limitless. Okay, so there are so many projects, but bringing the child back to the fitra, introducing you to the blockchain, introducing you to the WAITT, all in this together. You must check out our Facebook programs, okay? That is where all the information is going to be from this moment onwards, because we are now moving from a presentation to a implementation now. We are now moving into the next phase of and stage of our mission on earth. Okay, so because it is the last day, it is the Fatimiyya yani hour at Rabiul Awwal 30th on the Yawmul Jummah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Yani we've been with you since the 24th of March 2020, where we gave you the undertaking that we were going to explain to you with Allah's Qudra this entire process. It took us from 24th every day of our lives all over the world. Yani we gave up everything, people. We gave up our families, we gave up our personal life, we gave up everything. We actually had to come down and not believe in the things we believed in the past life. We had to uproot from physical money. We had to find commonness with the indigenous people, with our tribes, live with them, break bread with them, leave our comfort zones, and ask the universe and the heavens to assist us to build a path in this new dispensation in heaven, so that our tribes can always maintain their cultural identity and their cultural orientations, which Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the heavens had acknowledged it with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's qudra. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we again say it, we do this for the love of the ancestors, the love of the great mothers of the earth, and the great mother of our tribe, mashallah, and our khalifas, and our imams, and our ustazas, okay? So now we will now be shifting into the operations now, alhamdulillah, because all the digital formulas, all the algorithms that we had aligned to, that we had created out of nothing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will, أأنتم أنزلتموها أم نحن المنزلون, okay, المزني, right? We have now uniquely patented our algorithms, our sound base, our symphony that our tribe had been resonating on since the beginning of time. We have all kept it. We have all upgraded it. We have given it a new symbol, and now we have already we had patented it, we had claimed the right over it, and now it is the right of the soul tribes, and they can now claim the algorithms and the rights that is being harvested out of that now and for the future, for the mothers and children of the soul tribes. This is their risk, this is their haq, this is their right, this is their blood right and birth rights. Okay, this is their inheritance. Okay, the people that invaded you had changed your complete ideology, that you had thought that you are leaving inheritance behind, because people, they own the money and they own the houses, they have stolen earth and they have sold it, and now you believe that it is real, but that is going to be given a shock of truth now. Okay, you can't own Mother Earth, you can't trade in Mother Earth, you can only use it and not abuse it. Okay, so all those terminologies and theories that you had of a reality is going to have to go out of the wayside now, because we are now coming into a new definition of how to live how to live together, how to share, how to work with each other, how not to exploit each other, how not to need money, but to need needs and to fulfill the needs. That's the new earth that you are coming in, and that is what our dream has come to upgrade in people's mentalities and understanding and insights, inshallah. This is the deen al-fitra. This is the deen of Allah. This is the deen of the universe, not of the Arabs, not of the Vatican, not of another nation. It's the deen of Allah, which is your DNA, which is within you, that you can manifest the truth from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People, shukran, jazilan for one and all. It's been a beautiful, it's been a beautiful journey for myself firstly. And I thank our ancestors, I thank our parents, our children, our wives for affording us to understand purpose and breaking through the chains and breaking off the chains that was keeping us from understanding through self and establishing liberation and establishing self-determination. We hope to enjoy this rest of the journey in this dimension and above with your ancestors, with you as Allah has permitted or as Allah has guided. And may this be a prosperous stage that could make us understand ourselves much even better, inshallah. Shukran jazilan. We are really, really grateful for everything that you have done. May Allah accept wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.
يا مصطفى كل شيء